afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Grant Brown. This is the 2017 Level Up Challenge. We're on day three of the challenge. Welcome back. If you've joined me for days 1 and 2, welcome back. If you're new to the challenge, then welcome. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share every day a video diary of my 365-day challenge. The challenge being to level up, to make 2017 the best year yet, both in terms of finance, business, fitness. I've already shared some of my goals. If you go back to days 1 and 2 on the video, you'll see the goals that I'm sharing, and I'll be honest with these and be completely open about my goals, my successes, my failures, how I achieve it, and share with you tactics, tips, hacks, how you too can achieve your goals and make 2017 the best year yet. So thank you for joining me on this adventure. Beautiful ride this morning. Went out on the Shonan beach path in the Kanagawa prefecture of Japan. I love cycling down here on the mountain bike every morning. Go out for an hour cycle. This is me cycling from the, if you know the area, from the Chigasaki side of Kanagawa up towards Enoshima Island. And there is this beach path. It's beautiful. A beach path that runs for about 15 kilometers, maybe more, 20 kilometers. And there's no traffic, you don't have to cross any roads. It's completely paved but covered in sand, most of it. You can cycle along here, people run along here, and every day, 365 days a year, you will see surfers along here, whether they're walking out with their boards or just standing watching the waves, or cycling out with their Shonan Charis, which is like these bikes with the surfboards on the side. It's a fantastic place to be, and I love living here, and it's a great place for me for training. And just getting inspiration. I don't commute, so this is my commute in the morning, just coming out here, being surrounded by active people. You know, with that sunshine, you just feel like you want to achieve something, you feel like you want to go out and do something. So I want to share some of that positive vibe with you today and talk a little bit about day 3, the science of goal setting. I will talk about the science of goal setting in a minute, how it works and how you can kind of use that to your advantage to achieve what you want to achieve in 2017. But first, a response to my challenge. I got a response to my challenge yesterday. I put my challenge out there on YouTube and somebody responded. I want to talk about that and why I think that was a good thing. And that's coming up in a minute. But before we do all of this, let's talk about the word of the day, which is commitment. You can't achieve anything without commitment. It's such an important word. You've got to commit first. You know, if you want to achieve something, you've got to commit first. And this is sort of my philosophy in life, is commit first and work out the details later. I think people who don't achieve anything and sort of watch from the sidelines of life and a bit of an observer rather than a participant in the game of life tend to be people who wait for the perfect moment for things to happen. So they wait for the perfect moment to launch their business. They wait for the perfect moment to sign up for the marathon or sign up for the Ironman, whatever it is. Or they wait for the perfect moment to give up smoking. Whatever it is, they wait. And that perfect moment never happens. So, you know, I've sort of learned over my years of being in business that, you know, the best policy is to commit first and work out the details later on. And it's always kind of worked out for me, which is great. I made a lot of mistakes along the way, but in the long run, it's worked out. And here's the interesting thing. The word commit comes from the Latin mittere, which means to make public or to send or to throw your anything, right? So it's kind of like, you know, if you think of the words that come from mittere, like transmission, remit, and so on, it means to send, to push out, right? And it's, you've got to do that with your goals. To make a commitment doesn't mean a commitment in your head. It means to push it out, right? It means to make them public, to share them, to write them down. And this is the one thing that I talk about in this challenge, is that if you have goals, if you're launching a business, if you're committing to some big health or fitness goal, whatever goal it is, financial goal that you have in your life, your first thing you have to do is commit. And that means to push that out into the universe, right? Not in the head here. You know, get a notepad, write it down. That's a commitment, because you're pushing it out. You're putting it into the world. You're putting it into the universe. It's not in your head anymore. Tell people about it. Share your goals with people who will motivate you and challenge you and lift you up and kick your ass if you're not achieving them, and ask you questions and help you open doors, all those kind of things, right? Share those goals. put them into the public, so you commit yourself, right? So if you have a goal, the first thing to do is commit that goal, and think of that, from that word mittere, which means to push or to send out. So let's talk a bit about that response to my challenge. Let me just find that here now. So I got a response from Akos Varadi, who is in Budapest, and he said, in response to my day one level up challenge, he said, "This is an awesome start of the year, Graham. What if I accept the challenge and put the same goals as yours for my year as well?" Fantastic. I'm glad that created a reaction, that sparked something inside you, whoever you are out there listening to this, people who are listening, watching, want to do something in 2017. Listening to my goals is not about me. It's about how that sort of triggers something in you to go out there and commit to your goals as well, right? So my response to that off the bat would be, that's fantastic, but don't copy my goals. Make your goals, right? Because it's really important that your goals are your goals, because, you need to answer that why question. Why is this important to me? Rather than, take somebody else's goals on as your own. So I understand what you're saying. Maybe you said it, in a way which sounds like you're copying my goals, but, I appreciate what you're saying. I think the best thing for you to do is sort of change those goals a little bit, make them your own, own those goals and commit to them, right? And you've kind of done that already. You committed. You've come back to me and committed and said, I want to do this as well. That's fantastic. That's a great start, right? Talking about launching a business, doing 100K, more than you were thinking about for the first year. That was my goal. But that's what challenges are about. Exactly, Akos, right? A challenge is about stretching yourself. And it's not about achieving the goal. It's about, it's what you become in achieving that. You have to find new skills. You have to lift yourself up out of the comfort zone. You have to kick your own ass. You have to do all these kind of things you wouldn't do if you didn't set a big, goal for yourself. And so that's what challenges are about. You're absolutely right. They're talking about the Ironman. You've done an Ironman before, 2015, like me. You want to do it again, so you need that video to make that decision. That's fantastic. Get out there and do that. You don't need to fly to Japan to do an Ironman like me. That's an interesting proposition. You can do one anywhere in Europe. The point is, and the key here with your goals is share them with people, but do them alone, right? That's a really important thing that I've learned. Share your goals with people that you care about, but do them alone. Right, you need to do these goals alone, because if you do these goals with other people will let you down. This is all about you. If you do this goal on your own, there's nowhere to hide, right? You can't blame somebody else for not doing it. I feel sick, I don't want to do the Ironman. Oh, therefore this guy can't do the Ironman as well, right? Do this goal alone. That is the most challenging thing. That is naked, getting yourself out there, out of the comfort zone, right? So share the goals with people, but do them alone. Don't make the mistake of not sharing your goals and then doing these goals with other people. That's a really complicated situation, because you end up depending on other people to make these goals happen, and often it doesn't happen, right? And you don't have that sort of commitment to the public, so you can easily kind of hide this stuff because you haven't committed publicly to this stuff, right? So just in summary again, share your goals with people that count, but do them alone, right? So if whoever you are out there, subscribers to the newsletter or subscribers to my YouTube channel, if you're watching this now and you have goals, share them, and if you're on YouTube, share the goals, leave a comment, subscribe, leave a comment under this video. Tell me about your goals for 2017. Make a commitment. If you're a newsletter subscriber on up.school.io, then, respond and email me the goals. I will respond to every single goal, email, comment that I get, and the best ones I will feature here on this video. So let's make 2017 the best year yet. Share those goals, commit, share them with people that count, share them publicly, put them out there, write them down, push them into the universe, but go ahead and do them alone, right? There's nowhere to hide. It's all about you this year. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Level Up 2017, day 4. My name's Graham Brown. This is up.school.io.